Virtual Machine Center 640 prototype. So let's take view on our prototype Virtual Machine Center 850. There's not much change on the external side of the machine, but the internal side of the machine is the 850 has a much bigger space on the internal structure, and also it has a larger work bed, so you can process much bigger machines, much bigger accessories on the VMC 850. And in here we have VMC 1160, which is the also our three-axis vertical machine, but it has bigger internal structures than VMC 850. So let's take a look on the video. This video shows you a four-axis VMC. Also the lubrication system and pneumatic system. All the external structure are basically the same, similar compared to our Virtual Machine Center 650 and 850. All the equipment are installed exactly the same, but can support larger scale of machines like 1160, such as this one. So the different prototype of Virtual Machine Center, it only has difference between its internal structures. I mean, the scale was from small to large, so it can support you to process multiple different size of accessories and your workpiece. You can decide on which machine is best for you. Depends on your size and your dimension of your workpiece.
This is the SHANDONG speed test for the Vertical Machine Center. This is the VMC 640 SHANDONG speed.
Let's see the video. As you can see, the spindle is doing the milling process. Our VMC are capable of milling and drilling and typing. Yes, it is capable of doing multiple tasks in one machine compact. So that's why many of our clients choose to purchase the Vertical Machine Center instead of a milling machine or a typing machine. So it can process your workpiece in multiple cents.
Yes. Now the SHANDONG speed is 2000 RPM. And I think the SHANDONG speed of Vertical Machine Center 640 is 8000 RPM. And the blue part is our cooling system.
Yes. Okay, as you can see, the picture on the right is the workpiece which we finished. Here's also some video shows you our VMC 850 on its milling process, which the spindle speed reaches 8,000 RPM. Let's take a look. Okay. I think it's the same. Mm. It's doing the milling process on the workpiece surface. As you can see, after the spindle's milling process, the surface of this workpiece gets very smooth and it actually reflects light. So our machine achieves a high accuracy and we can ensure the spindle speed to maintain in 8,000. If our customers have higher speed demand, we can also adjust our spindle speed up to uh, 12,000 or even 24,000. But it's going to cost you more charges. As you can see, this is our finished piece. You can really compare the finished part and the original part. After the milling process, the surface of this workpiece gets very shiny and smooth. Okay, for the previous time we discussed the three-axis vertical machine, but here gives you a basic understanding of our force and fixed vertical machine center, how it works. When we if you have demand on the four-axis, you can see the you can see in this part. So the four-axis is ready to just rotate your workpiece in a horizontal direction, and the fifth axis is to provide your workpiece to is capable of process in uh, 360-degree dimension. This is our four-axis vertical machine center, prototype 850. Let's see, this is our fourth axis. The four axis can be installed in our machine workbed if you need. It can rotate the workpiece. This is also our machine test for VMC 850 four axis. The spindle speed reaches 8,000, you can see on the video. 8,000 spindle speed, which is our standard machine prototypes spindle speed. We can also adjust the speed up to 12,000 or 24,000 according to our customers' demand. Let's see the workpiece is rotated by our four axis. The three clock clamp can be just crunch your workpiece and to start rotate. So the machine can be the accessory can be processed in the four axis dimension. It's doing the milling process. Okay, let's see some close detail of our finished part. As you can see, the spindle is doing the milling process.
Before the machine shipping, we will do Many times the machine test
Yes, before we send ship out your orders, we will test your machine to. We'll have our engineers to test the machine by ourselves in the accuracy and to ensure the machine's persistence. Okay, this is the finished process of the milling, machine milling in our 4-axis workbench. So you can see the finished surface is very smooth and shiny, which can give you a basic understanding of our machine's accuracy, and the spindle speed is have reached 8,000. Okay, let's take a look. On the previous video, you have inspected our 3-claw clamp 4-axis, and this is another prototype of our 4-axis tailstock. This is a disc type, which we call disc tailstock clamping. Let's see a video. Internal space is very grand and spacious. I presume it is probably our VMC 1160. So yeah, this is our tailstock 4-axis. Disc tailstock clamping. And this is our full inspection of our disc tailstock clamping. This is the 3-jaw clamping, which is used for similar purpose, but different prototype compared to our disc tailstock clamping.
and for the 4-axis we have different type you can choose.
Yes, the 3-jaw clamp and the disc type. Let's see this video. Okay, this is our 3-jaw clamp. And also for the 4-axis, you can choose to install the vise on your machine bed if you need to. Okay, for the next part is our fifth axis. If you need, we can also install the 5th axis on your machine, which we usually use the TJR company's cradle. They have better equipment on the 5th axis. Here's the video inspection on the 5th axis. Let's take a look. You can see the cradle is it can rotate, and also you can move the workpiece freely. This also shows you our 4-axis cradle. For the 5th axis, we also have many prototypes from the company we call TJR. They have multiple prototype for the 5X cradle. So when our customer provide us with their photos of workpiece, we can determine which size and which type of the cradle they will truly need. So we can recommend and to compact the entire machine. It's also the 5X VMC. Okay, we'll see these videos. This is the cylinder of the 5X. We also have this from our partner TJR. As you can see, we have many 5X cradles prototype from our partners TJR, and the 4X and the 5X usually will charge you extra cost because our standard prototype of VMC is usually 3 axes, but our customers usually provide us with their workpiece and their specific demands. Also, if you have the specific parameters of your workpiece, also provide photos, we can determine the dimension and the size, the weight of the machine you need by consulting with our engineers. So the customer usually gives us their demands on the 5X or 4th axis, and we can install the machine parts for you and ship out the VMC in a entire compact usually. Okay, so for the next part, let's see. This is our standard model of the machine.
And we also have some large model sensor vertical machine like 1890.
Okay. This is our external machine shell, which is used for protection purpose. Let's take a look at the video. As you've seen before, this is our internal structure of the machine.
This is our control system of the machine.
Yes. All this equipment will be fully installed when we ship out the machine. This is our electric cabinet attached on the back of the machine. Okay, that's a full inspection on the external side. Here's also an external protection inspection video. This is our 640 prototype. Different prototype of VMC doesn't have a much different appearance inspect from the outside, so its external structure is very similar but bigger when the prototype gets gets bigger. The only difference you can see is on the internal side of the machine, the size of the workbed and also the scale of our spindle is during the milling process. This is the front main gate of our BMC. You can see there's side doors. The window can be customized for our customers. Well, you can see it on the video. The windows, we can make it easy to open due to your special demands. And for the external structure of the machine, all the equipment and parts were cut finely, and we put all the operation promoted labels on them. So for safety purpose, and also it's the safety standard. All the labels will be attached to the external side of the machine before we ship out. And we also have each machine have its specific nameplate, so it has its own numbers on the machine. On the machine tool type, also the prototype, it also shows you the date when the machine is leaving the factory. So we ensure your machine is brand new, and also there's only one type of machine for each one. Okay, let's take a look on the video. You can see the internal side of the machine. Electric cabinet. Lubrication system. Okay, that's an external inspection of the machine. And for now, I want to introduce you of our machine parts. All the machine parts, most of the machine parts we are produced by ourselves. So we have other larger machineries in our factory to process the BMC's machine parts on ourselves. You can see. As you can see in these pictures, our machine part, this is probably the smooth connection surface. So you can see on the metal part, all the uh, touching surface has a very mm, smooth textures. This is our machine parts, screw holes, and the machine's external paint. We are our machine parts has a spray painting. It matches the automobile industry standard. So our painting on the machine external structure can is almost stainless, so it's hard to rust. It's mainly difficult to get rust and ensure you a longer term of machine persistence. This is also the paint performance you can see on the surface, and on the surface of the machine it actually reflects light. This is all our machine parts detail. And this is the basic inner structure of the VMC, which concludes the five main parts: the spindle holders and sandal base, column, and the workbed. You can see a video. This is our 1160 prototype. See the inner structure, five main part, which we call. This is also the 1160. The side doors can be customized due to our customers' demand. So if you want to have two side doors which are easy to open and close, you can just ask. So we can customize the external structures for you. It's easy to inspect the process through side doors. Also, our main gate. This is a lubrication system. The doors also can be open and closed. Okay, that's about the external structure we see before. Let's take a look on the machine base. Okay, this is machine base is included in our five main parts, and as you can see in this picture, we are doing tempering process to all of our machines, so it can ensure the machine's hardness, also to prolong the persistence of our machine. Let's take a look at the video. This is the tempering site. All the machine parts were cast outside of the warehouse to do the tempering, and after this process, we restore every machine part by its type, by its size in our warehouse. This is our inventory site. I think this is our machine column. Yes. This is machine sandal. The machine work table is also in our five main part, and it's let's take a look at the video. I think it's doing the moving test. You can see the accuracy on the plate. I think this video was shot at when the our one of our Indian customer was coming and visit our factory. So our engineer is showing her our machine's accuracy. We are doing the accuracy test for our customers. If you have demands on VMC and you want to come and inspect the machine to ensure its quality, to ensure our company background, you are welcome to come and we can show you around our manufacturing site and we can ask the engineer to test the machines for you. So it's very convenient. But due to the epidemic situation, many of customers are unable to visit on site. So we also offers the online inspection of the factory and our machine test currently. So if you are really interested in your machine to purchase the VMC, and you can consult with our sales department, and we'll have our partners to introduce you the machine details. So when after you have a uh, basic understanding of the machine and you want to come ensure the quality and to see inspect our company's background, you are more than welcome to uh, come and ask our partner to offer you a online inspection service. Okay, this is a picture of the work table, machine work table. This is the machine spindle. Okay, other than the five main parts we see before, we also have different prototype of the control system. Here's some high-level control system we have. For our standard vertical machine, we equipped the Siemens 808D prototype as our standard control system. But some of our clients requires different control systems such as 828D or 840 Siemens, which we can alter the control system for them. This is also another high-level control system we have. It's called Phonak. Many of you have heard if you have an engineer or mechanical background. This Phonak system is also have a very large demand according to our customers. The Phonak system is a Japanese brand, I think. We also have some middle levels such as Mitsubishi, Panasonic, and Ya-
Yaskawa.
Yaskawa. Yes, these are all Japanese brands. And we also offer some Chinese brands such as GSK, KMD, Sinex. They all very functional and fully operated. Can be fully operated if you are familiar with the control system. And different control system with different brand and different levels, we have different price offers. Let's take a look on the Linux control system.
For the Siemens and Canon control system, if you want to change this processing, you need to pay some money. But for the Candy and the Leno control system, if you want to change the processing. It is for free.
Okay, that's our Linux system. And for the next, we are going to tell you more about the inner structures, the ATC part, which is the short terms for automatic tool change set. So for the ATC, we have mainly three type of ATC. This is our disk type. It can hold uh, 24 set of tools, the disk type ATC. And this is our line type. It usually gives you capability of hold 16 tools. And this is the ARM type. Okay, the ARM type ATC we can hold 24 set of tools, and the disk type you see earlier, this one on the picture, it holds 20 set of tools. And there's other type of ATC we have. ATC is equipped on the machine's internal side of the machine. So for our standard prototype, we used mainly these three type of ATC, which holds 16 tools, 20 tools, and 24 tools. Let's see the videos. This is the changing part. Okay, this gives you close inspection details on the changing process. So the ATC is quite efficient compared to manual changing tools, and also it's very safety. It's very safe. I think this is our 20 tools ATC. Let's do this one. Okay, this is the same videos of our ATC changing tools changing time. Okay, you can compare the ATC tools changing from automatic and menus from this picture, from this video. This is another prototype of our ATC, so the tool changing part has changed. As you can see, the changing speed is very quick and efficient. This is our lubrication system we have seen on the videos before. So one thing about the lubrication system is that it can automatically lubricate the entire structure of the inner side of the machine. So all you need to do is to add enough lubrication liquid on this equipment, and to make sure your liquid level is above the lowest bar and under the highest maximum rate of the liquid system. This is our hydraulic system and the electrical system, which is the electrical cabinet we saw earlier on the video. Hmm. And for the electrical system, we use the Schneider and Galaxy brand. Hmm. This is our cooling system. All this equipment were attached behind on the back of the machine, so it gives you a larger space to operate the machine. And this is the transmission device, which is ball screw and liner guide. We attach the machine work table above the transmission device, so that's how our work table is moved from X rate and Y rate. Okay, let's take a look on the video. Okay, this is the transmission inspection test. You can see the transmission speed is very stable during the process. Okay, this is our inventory side of the transmission device. We get this transmission device from the partner company called FMI. They are the manufacturer that mainly focused on the transmission device, which has a which has achieved a very high efficiency and accuracy on the transmission device. Okay, for the next part, we are going to introduce you and give you a basic understanding of our applications on multiple industries. This is our aviation industry. So many parts from the airplanes were processed by our vertical machine center. This is also on the aviation industry. And our VMC is also capable of process the base and frame of diesel engine. So all this is used in the shipbuilding industry. Cylinder block and cylinder heads. And this is piston rod, crosshead, and connecting rod. These accessories workpiece can also be processed by our VMC crankshaft, and this is the gearbox, driven shaft, and rubber shaft. The propeller. Most of these workpieces were processed by our fifth axis vertical machine center because it requires a multiple dimensions milling and drilling and taping, which can all be supported by our VMC. So that's why many of our customers choose to buy one compact, large machinery instead of three different manual or CNC machine. This is used in our auto industry. It's also the automobile engine blocks and cylinder heads, which is all very complicated workpiece. Crankshaft, same workpiece in the auto industry. Box part. gearbox body. And this is used in our box part as well, gear pump housing. And this is the complex surface part. As you can see, all this workpiece I showed earlier is all went through the process milling and grinding and tapping. So the surface is very shiny and smooth, and the tapping part you can see here. This is used in our aviation industry. Propellers. So many workpieces can be processed by our VMC. That's VMC is mostly the most popular one machine in our factory we sell the most. This is the plate. Okay, as you can see, our machine is available and capable to use in many different industries because it has so much process can be finished in one compact machine. It also has a lower charge compared to if you buy three different machines for a different purpose because one VMC is capable of process taping, milling, and grinding. So there's really no demand and no need to buy extra machine sets for the same purpose. If you can just buy one to maintain a high quality and accuracy from VMC. And for the next part, we are going to tell you some content regarding the machine processing. Okay, this is the VMC 640, milling speed 8,000 RPM. As you can see in this control system, it shows you how fast the spindle is. It's doing the milling process. Let's look at another one. This is the 3-axis VMC 640. After the workpiece are processed, you can see the surface after milling is very shiny and it looks like a mirror. And for workpiece to reach a standard like this one we see on video, we only require our spindle speed 8,000. We can also adjust the spindles to 12,000 if our customers have their special demands. We can do that. You can see on the control system. Which is 12,000. Yes, that's 12,000 spindle speed. Okay. Okay, let's look at this three-axis machine processing. This is some workpiece, finished workpiece. As you can see, the cooling system is generated here on the process side. When the workpiece and the spindle gets very fast, the cooling system will be automatically generated to ensure the machine workpiece and also the spindle tools won't get damaged by the the high rate and heat. And this is also the finished piece of our vertical machine center. It's very delicate. Okay, let's see this video. It's I think it's doing the milling process. This is the ADC tool change site. Very fast and for this part, the machine is also doing the milling process. It can shape a workpiece like this. This is the three-axis milling machine. This is the tool changing site we saw earlier. It's also doing the milling process. Let's take a look on this one. This is the slow motion, but the spindle speed you can see is very fast. All the metal strips are spreading everywhere. So the workpiece can be processed and shaped due to the VMC's milling spindle. After this process, all the machine surface were very smooth and shiny. Okay, that's pretty much everything we're showing you about the vertical machines today. And for the next part, we'll have.
We will invite our colleague Chris Will and Vincent to show you